Good after morning, evening, and welcome to Myster-recap. My name is Peyton, and I will be your host this evening, and joining me are my friends!
Hey guys,
Hello.
it's us.
Strong wording.
I did not know that the title was Myster-recap.
It's Myster-recap.
We decided that 5 minutes ago.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
It is mandatory.
Myster-recap.
Today, we're going to be talking about our first 2 episodes of Volume 2 of our Mysteria campaign.
And probably some other bullshit.
And a lot of other bullshit, because I have very few questions prepared for today. So,
are we gonna just start this off with some shit shooting and then get into questions?
we can shot the shoot.
First of all,
So let's talk about our lives real quick. Jarek, I believe something great and...
I believe you're a big fan of a new form of media.
Okay, so this is really something that me and Liam care about deeply, but Liam is not upset. It's a property we both care about. It's something I feel wronged by.
I'm upset. I'm optimistic. Jarek is very verbal
I'll just get into it so we're not just saying nothing. Basically, an anime that me and Liam both love dearly is Trigun. It's a classic space western. And they just released the trailer and some announcements for a reboot of Trigun, in which the studio that did that great anime Beastars is the one animating it.
I didn't know it was Beastars.
Yes,
yeah, it's Studio Orange.
Oh,
Yes,
that's horrible.
So basically, my beautiful Madhouse hand-drawn animation Trigun with my great bad boy Vash the Stampede with his epic coat and tall hair is now CGI.
It's gonna look like Ruby.
There's footage already.
It looks much better than Ruby.
The animation is better than I thought, but Vash's character design is not good.
It's
a good character design.
Hey Jamie, pull that up.
It's a good character design. It does not look like Vash the Stampede. They gave him like short, like Percy.
He looks
emo.
like a lesbian.
He looks like blonde Percy with a red coat. Like
this? Is this the new design?
No, that's the old design.
Okay,
I
love
love that design.
I think
Look up Trigun.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Looks like
that's
Ellen
one.
DeGeneres.
Yes, he looks like it's very upsetting.
There's a
but
thing that upsets
I like
me
his little red glasses though.
with this
his
new
glasses are
character
cool.
design.
His old glasses were way better though.
I think it looks fine, but there's a thing that upsets me, and it's
his
that
old
the
glasses are
original
way better.
code served a purpose.
It's peak.
It served a purpose in the fact that it covered up parts of Vash's body the story didn't want you to know about yet. So there's a specific reveal, spoiler alert, for fucking Trigun, which came out in like the early 90s.
Like 30-year-old
Spoiler alert. I would do
We have to include a Trigun
There is a
spoiler
new
alert.
Trigun coming out.
No, because you don't have to include a spoiler alert for this, because you know he has a mechanical arm, because the new coat doesn't bother hiding it from you.
Oh, yeah. It's like a gloved up arm in the original.
Like
it's like wrapped in
halfway
bandages.
through, you find out that like they take his gun away in some fight, and they're like, "Oh, how is he going to beat him? He doesn't have a gun." And his coat tears, and you realize that his arm is like mechanical, and it like turns into a gun.
Oh shit!
And it's
arm.
It's stupid,
Man,
but it's a cool reveal.
No, you guys should. I absolutely recommend
What's it
that
on?
all 4 of our viewers watch Trigun.
What's it on?
You could probably just
Hulu. It is on Hulu.
Oh, it's on Hulu. Is it on Hulu? I was gonna say
I'm
just
gonna watch
fucking
it.
pirate it.
all of it's on Hulu.
Also, the movie Badlands Rumble, which came out like 20 years later and is also developed by modern day Madhouse, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, the movie's great.
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Well, you said the name of it.
If
that's Jarek's mad thing. Though, okay, little context, because you guys don't really know us too well as like you know us as the D&D boys.
We're the boys.
Now
Yeah.
you're getting the real side of us.
Now you're getting the raw.
I'm Jarek Carbone. I am one of the angriest people you will ever meet. Everything makes me mad. It's because I was raised by like New Yorkers.
Hey,
Forget
about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I'm fucking walking here. But no, things just make me mad, and it's a new thing every week, but this is the one right now.
I mean, if we're discussing anime, like while we're here, I just finished my rewatch of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
it got very chore-like.
Do we want to
quick.
discuss the newest?
Okay. This is Peyton's turn to be mad. So we played D&D on Sunday, and we're recording this on Tuesday, and they got my rant initially on Sunday, but I have done research. And I have confirmations from the executive producer of Dragon Ball Super that there are now 2 canons, and there's no reason for it, aside from the fact that they didn't want to write the new movie to include that Moreau happened. Like, literally, that's what it was.
Wait, they just took him out?
Yeah. The Moreau and Granola arcs didn't happen, because they were just like, oh, well, Broly would have been there. They can't just, like, retcon the manga extraordinarily slightly and just say
Broly's
like,
on his own planet,
exactly.
not wanting to talk to the Z fighters.
Exactly, and that's the problem. But they're just like, oh well, we can't just like slightly merge these 2 things we created. So now there's gonna be 2 canons, and you know what we're gonna have to see whenever they inevitably relaunch the anime, because that's like heavily rumored and kind of got leaked.
I think that's coming out like next year.
They're gonna have to redo the Broly movie and redo Superhero, just like they did with fucking Battle of Gods and Resurrection F.
I am
so the
excited.
first 50 episodes of it being back is going to be shit we've already seen.
Low budget episodes of stuff we've already seen, baby.
Coming back.
I do hope that they do that, but like, I'll be happy to see Superhero hand drawn, because I'm not the biggest like detractor of CG animation.
Do you just mean 2D?
Yeah,
not necessarily hand drawn.
Yeah, but like in like a more like hand drawn style.
Dragon Ball hadn't been hand drawn in a while.
Yeah, poor wording. But like 2D.
No, I got you.
Because I like CG animation, and from what I've seen, because I've seen about half of the movie pirated, it looks really good. I just I'm a Dragon Ball cuck, and I really want it to look more like Dragon Ball instead of like I'm watching someone play Xenoverse.
No, it looks a lot like Fighter Z in my opinion, where it's like
big Fighter Z energy, or even like Kakarot.
Yeah, Kakarot looks great though. Like, I honestly wouldn't even mind something animated like Kakarot. It's just with
He's fixing the mic.
Oh, he'd be snapping.
I had it. Wait, hold on. I want to talk on this side. I want to talk on this side.
Ooh, technical difficulties.
1. Nope, I had it on the right side. What the fuck? Oh wait. Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
This is great listening.
Okay.
We're not editing that out.
Yeah, we're not editing that out.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, let's wherever the fuck my phone went.
Yeah,
my phone has my notes.
you dropped it. Let's.
Do you have any forms of media you would like to criticize for the week, gentlemen?
Let me think.
One Piece sucks. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say the name of that show here. It'll be all
dangerous.
I talk about.
Whenever we have the Liam Jarek solo episode.
I was gonna bring up the fact that I just watched my first One Piece movie, Strong World, but we just don't have the time for my thoughts.
Okay.
On it.
No.
So how do you fare, Hunty?
I guess my current
Overwatch. Hey guys.
No, okay.
Hey audience. Hunter plays Overwatch. Make fun of him on Twitter.
I do play semi-professionally. I'm gonna be playing for
Do you make
It's
money?
paid in beer.
I'm getting a scholarship.
Shit, no.
Like a
yeah,
pretty
that is
decent
professional.
amount.
Fuck.
Makes
Yeah,
money.
so I'm
Damn
gonna be
it.
playing for a university coming up. I will say, fuck Blizzard. I don't support any of that shit. The only reason I still play Overwatch is because I was in too deep,
And he
I
gets
already,
money.
yeah, I'm about to start getting decent money out of it. But no, actually, my current problem right now is Destiny 2 because
People
it has
play that still?
nothing. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the game. It has to do with one fucking armor mod that I don't have called Melee Wellmaker, because I have this whole build currently planned out, and the one mod I'm missing, that mod has not been, I've been counting, it has not been selling for 63 days now, and it's the one fucking mod I need to make my build work in its prime state. But guess who's not fucking selling it?
Xur.
Ada1. No, not Xur. Ada1's not selling it.
Oh, fuck.
I have been checking every single day, and since I got back into my Destiny 2 phase, which was less than 63 days ago.
Less than sex, Freudian slip, let's go.
Boom.
Ever since I started playing, I've been watching her every day, and she hasn't fucking sold it once. And currently the meta in Destiny 2, that is the most important mod. that you could have right now.
Well,
That's my
because
complaint.
doesn't meleeing just like kind of fucking one tap and
For the most part,
certain
but
builds?
there's an ability for hunters where with the throwing knife, if you get a kill with it, it just automatically resets
Damn,
it.
they
So
gave
you just
y'all
get
a whole ability.
yeah. So because
that joke was terrible.
Man, in Destiny 1, I was
Hunter
on Titan
for
Supremacy.
hunters. Joke for hunters. Hey guys, it's me, Jarrett Carbone.
Sorry,
I'll be
that's
here
the
all night.
tism in me. By the way, I have.
Can you say that?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can.
he's the only one who can.
I'm the only one who can. I'm not gonna explain that. I'm done. That's
Okay.
my current
All right.
fucking first world problem.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
Let's get in
Fucking
some
Destiny
questions.
2
So-
won't sell me my mod.
For the floor, and Hunter, you're gonna feel left out on this. Just pick an NPC to
I'll pick
answer
an
some
NPC.
questions.
Yeah.
So we have some new party members right now, and starting with Mr. Stumpy Lee Jr.
That's me.
How does Stump feel about the other party members so far?
Oh shit. Well, okay. Well, that's really interesting. That's an interesting one because there. If you remember, this is gonna be coming out after.
This is after episode 2.
Okay, so
Yes.
I can say whatever I want about
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Stump is kind of in a situation where he is with someone, being Liam's character, where there's a sort of common goal between them, but he's also faced with situations like what he personally saw to be like the disrespect of Uriel and trying to use Stump as like kind of a tool to convince people to like do things, where he is kind of just like it's Stump's muscle. Like the point he plays in the party is the muscle, but I don't know. I'm taking Stump in a relatively kind of different direction where he's kind of having to like grow up a bit. So he's having, I don't know, his friendship with these two characters is much more adult, where it's not just him following them around and
Yeah.
doing what they say. He has genuine input into the conversation and has things he won't budge on that he will not do. So I think it's a lot more balanced than the friendship with Victor and Rowan, but I still think he probably values them more, Victor and Rowan.
Yeah, well,
that being.
they found him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went into it a little bit, and as Stump progresses throughout the campaign, y'all will get why he's so torn up about Victor and Rowan despite not knowing them for very long. But you know, there was a bit of it, but that's my answer.
Yeah, all right. Rotating to Maxim for a second. How do you feel about these strange bedfellows you've acquired?
So I figured that question was coming.
I did give them the option of like, do you want the questions before time? And Liam was like, fuck no, I want to improvise.
I think I said I wanted to be jumped with him.
You did. That was your exact word.
Starting with Josiah, because I feel like he feels very differently about Stump and Josiah. He does not mind Josiah. I think he definitely likes being around him to some degree. I think he finds Josiah at least a little bit entertaining. Kind of hard not to, I think. But he does not trust Josiah as far as he can throw him. The Rogues Gallery? Are you shitting with me? Maxim does not at all believe these people are on his side. And his opinion on Stump is very utilitarian.
He's a big turtle.
He is a turtle man.
What he's on the Stump train. He has got on basically onto Stump's back and has basically decided Stump is going to kill Rowan Greyspire. He's going to find him and he's going to take him down.
Stump sees it more as him freeing Rowan Greyspire than killing him.
Okay, Maxim does not.
Rowan Greyspire's already pretty fucking dead.
In my opinion.
Is this,
Rowan is typing.
Hold on, wait.
Rowan, stop typing.
Well, I guess this isn't really Kenobi spoilers, but like the current Rowan is like Darth Vader.
Rowan always kind of had some Vaderisms for me. Like, I very much had this, like...
There was the struggle.
It was not even like the struggle.
The
It was
corruption.
kind of like... Because the way I've always seen Anakin Skywalker is that he very much had very little room to make. And that's kind of how Rowan was, where he had to be the man of the house from a very young age and kind of just fell into like situation after situation. And then eventually the first choice he made was just to ruin a lot of people's lives really quickly.
But you can continue, Liam. Sorry.
Yeah, small tangent. I apologize.
No, you're good. He's just basically on the Stump train. Basically, is following Stump to Rowan.
I'm a turtle on a mission.
For instance, I don't think he would have agreed to go do church business for 0 pay unless Stump had put his foot down. So in that instance, he's kind of willing to bend his rules and his morals, basically just for a chance to murder.
I guess at this point, Josiah, very much.
Hold on, Mr. Josiah.
Oh, I'm getting asked questions.
What are your current feelings about the party that you are currently associated with? Not the Rogues Gallery, but the new one.
Well, the Rogues Gallery is a whole can of worms.
Oh yeah,
and Josiah has very strong opinions about all of
but
them.
we'll get to that later in the campaign.
But that's kind of a question that I have later on.
Can I say something about the Rogues Gallery? Yeah. I am blown away because I created the
concept,
basically
of the Rogues Gallery.
The ideas for all of these different factions, and the Rogues Gallery was my least thought out one. It was literally just like, a band of thieves. They call themselves the Rogues Gallery, and I was calling it the Rogues Gallery as like a set of superhero villains.
Yeah.
I had not considered like an art gallery at all, and blew my mind.
Me and Hunter were
with
just
it.
like, Rogues Gallery. It's a city of artists. They all been put down by the man.
Peyton is the one that did all of that. And then I worked on like the NPCs.
Yeah, I came in and I was like, okay, what if I made a struggling porn novelist? And then I kind of...
Is that what Josiah does?
Yeah. Yes, you were there. It came up.
I referenced it in the fucking
The Dunwich
second
Horse,
episode.
the book that Josiah is very evasive about, is smut. And he wrote it because his publisher was just like, dude, we gotta put something out. And Josiah is not the highest intelligence, but he has pretty high charisma.
That's what the Vaseline villain was talking about.
The Vaseline villain was just like, hey, you wrote this porn book. And I was like,
and I was like, hey, you wrote this porn book.
Yeah.
In the worst Frenchy voice I possibly could.
Like, he's just, my idea for the Rogues Gallery is like, okay, what if there's just a bunch of like artists who do weird shit that are put down by the man?
Can we just make an official brain cell statement that we hate the French? If you're French, don't listen to our podcast.
Stop listening. If you're French, bro, go fucking hang up your
Canadian French is okay.
French Canadians are not real
bro,
French.
You're on
so
thin fucking ice, but you're right.
I respect Canadians more than Americans.
All right.
Absolutely.
So Josiah on Maxim, he is kind of in the same boat. I don't know Maxim and I don't know his people. That's the main thing. It's like Josiah knows too little about Maxim for his comfort, for him to be using his robe and sleeping in his home.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just how it has to be right now.
I did that intentionally, too.
And it's, Josiah has his theories, which is a very common thing for Josiah, because he's kind of just like, he's like a little boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like kind of like an example of just this is a guy. I'm not trying to speak on your character for you, but to me it kind of seems like another example of this is a guy who hasn't had to work for anything, and that kind of it shows in the fact that the things he has worked for are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have to work for wealth. Yeah. He works for, like, his name and, like, everything like that.
And that's kind of what it was, and that this kind of relates to my next question, but I'll talk about Stump first before I do that. Josiah likes Stump. He's fond of the large turtle man. He really wants, in his own way, because Josiah does kind of have that, like, scratch your back, you scratch mine in him. But he definitely does want to help, because he's, despite the fact that he saw, like, adventure and, like, heroism in the takedown of the evil vampire who slaughtered an asylum, he also does very much see it's like, this is, like, out of the 2 friends Stump had, one of them is dead, and it's kind of the other one's fault. So he can kind of definitely see that there, and definitely wants to empathize as much as he can with that.
There's a
fly
fly on the mixer.
Just leave him.
Just hit him hard.
It's so tempting to just like fucking smack the shit out of it, but no, it flew away.
Okay. And then our next question, because I kind of find this interesting.
I actually came up with a question. Boys, do it fart?
It do.
It stank, bro.
It fart
It be
profusely.
shitting.
Is it loud?
Yes.
It's liquidy.
Here's the thing. Here's a big
squelches,
thing
bro.
in our D&D games, and I hate to give this up about myself. I kind of just fart loudly at least once every D&D game of ours.
He has to just genuinely hold himself back on the podcast.
Yes. I like let him out as like quietly as humanly possible on the podcast.
Okay.
All right, my next question. I got distracted by feces. Is there a fictional character that like kind of made you like, I want to play that in D&D? And piggybacking off of that, what else inspired you to make your character?
Yes, but someone else can go first.
Hunter.
So
Pick an NPC.
Here's the thing. 99% of my NPCs are based off of media, like TV shows, movies.
Who's Uriel based off?
Uriel? Okay, Uriel's an exception because he's probably, you could probably relate him to some character, but Uriel is all completely me. He's just fucking weird. As for someone like...
What about Deborah?
Oh, well, Deborah's
just a receptionist archetype.
Yeah.
She gave me like big, like, who's the receptionist from Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's what she made.
Oh,
really
yeah. That makes sense.
But,
the one who fucks the Master of Disguise, what's his name? I don't know, but that dude took such a dub in that movie, bro. I swear to God.
But one NPC I would like to talk about is Count Anthony.
Oh, shit.
So I actually based him off of, what's his name? Wilson Fisk from Daredevil.
Really?
Yes. I watched Daredevil in preparation for that character, and I tried to match his aneurysms. The way he kind of...
His
aneurysms?
His mannerisms.
His mannerisms.
I tried to match his aneurysms.
You're being ableist. You're being ableist.
Aneurysms are not
I literally have autism.
thing.
You're being ableist.
The silent killer.
The silent killer. That has to be a villain in Soups.
That's a line from
Aneurysm
Archer.
man.
Aneurysm man. That's my next character in our superhero campaign is Aneurysm Man.
No,
my
you
powers,
gotta do Milkman.
I've been told no to Milkman.
Milkman will not happen.
I'm doing Milkman now.
I'll kill all of you.
The main thing from Wilson Fisk that I wanted in Count Anthony
is his life-threatening brain hemorrhages.
And him moaning when he climbs ladders.
I wanted to match the way he kind of thought before he spoke, the way he's like, despite his huge size and his just like overwhelming presence, he's actually quite philosophical, and he's just a fucking psycho. Like, he'll kill so many people.
Spider-Man.
And what he thinks.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he'll kill as many people, men, women, children as possible in order to achieve what he deems as good.
That was okay. That was a decent impression.
Yeah.
You're gonna wish you had me back,
No,
Spider-Man.
I was doing Travis Willingham as him in the PS4 game. You're gonna wish you had me back in 2 weeks.
It's me, Wilson Fisk.
And then a callback to earlier.
Willingham.
I would kiss that man on his lips.
Too.
A callback to earlier. Vaseline villain is based off of Frenchie from The Boys.
Is he really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Smithium, do you have any inspiration? You can also answer this about Victor too.
Victor definitely has something. You'd have to think on it, but I feel like
You've talked to me
gotta
about
be.
it before, right?
Victor?
Yeah. No, wait. Oh, no, not Victor. I was thinking of...
I know
Victor's
who.
pretty fucking Rick, like from Rick and Morty.
Kinda.
Like just in like not in the way he acts or speaks or anything, but like
Rowan!
his mechanically.
I turned myself into a pickle, Rowan!
He's always like pulling out some kind of weird shit.
Rowan, I turned myself into a vampire, Rowan.
I'm Pickle Victor.
I'm Vampire Victor.
Class-wise, Victor and Rick hold the same like purpose. I'd have to think about who Victor is based on, and for Maxim, y'all are probably gonna have to stop me because I can talk so long about this game.
I'll have a buzzer next time.
But Maxim is very heavily inspired by Booker DeWitt. Specifically,
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
I really liked one line from BioShock Infinite. It's kind of you probably do. It's a very pinnacle line. And it's when Elizabeth asks him if you ever get do you ever get used? Yeah. It was. Do you ever get used to the killing? And instead of giving like some bullshit answer like no, you never do, he just blatantly says quicker than you can imagine. And then that's it. They move on. Done.
And Liam really relates to that because he has murdered hundreds.
Especially young girls.
I've slaughtered thousands.
7 dead, 0 found.
748 Bluebird Lane.
Ooh, baby.
All right.
Do you want to go next?
I can. As I said earlier, Rowan had a lot of Vader in him, but he also definitely had some like... Well, originally he was a lot different. Originally he was like a big dude with a sword, and I like slowly manipulated him to be like a build I actually enjoyed playing as we went along. But originally I kind of wanted him to be like Cloud Strife kinda, and definitely was gonna kind of explore that like whole side of him. But you only get so much with 4 episodes, so that kind of whenever I realized like, Victor and Rowan might not last forever, I was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of lean in more into the like Anakin Skywalkers.
Now he's mine.
And then with Josiah has very deliberate inspirations. Firstly, Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Fuck.
I have been sorry, I know that this is completely off topic, but I've been eyeing a Fezzik fig for like a while now. And
Dude,
it's like a full like 13-inch like really tall one, and I really want, and it has his rock and a peanut.
Oh, that's
like how do I not get that?
So
anyway,
awesome.
Sorry, I love The Princess Bride.
With Inigo Montoya, it's kind of like I wanted that raw like 1950s serial show hero, but kind of in a more, because I could have gone for like Daniel,
the swordsman,
the swordsman was a big part of why I went more Inigo, but I watch a lot of like Western show, like Bonanza or Daniel Boone and a lot of that. So I definitely wanted this like infallible, like, I'm the hero, I'm here to save the damsel. But I definitely wanted kind of that more knowing side of it, where it's like, oh, Inigo Montoya was kind of rich, man. Like, he didn't need to...
he was balling.
Yeah, I wanted the same thing where it's like, Josiah technically never has to work a day in his life if he really wants to, but he kind of has that reason for heroing that will remain ambiguous for now, but it's like he definitely gets out there for a reason.
I mean, we've already had a taste of like Josiah's family and like where he comes from and stuff.
And there's definitely
some of the struggles he's had to deal with in his life.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was something very brief, but it's something that Stump definitely took like note of, was the fact that we're very clearly going the route of like, just based on what Josiah said, with orcs being like kind of a race in Mysteria that was not really treated right, you know?
And I definitely chose half orc for that reason, where you have this like perfect gentleman, because his dad was an elf. Like his dad was like an elvish hero, and I definitely wanted to kind of come in that way, where it's because a lot of half orc pairings, just because fantasy's kind of rapey, is like orc dad, whatever other race mom, because of like tribal raids and stuff.
I really just genuinely fucking hate the way like official D&D takes orcs.
It's
like,
so
I don't think they do this anymore.
No.
But...
They have taken out the like races or evil thing.
Dude, but genuinely the thing that pisses me off the most is when people try to deny the real world comparisons.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a race in my game that everyone hates because they think they are violent. Like I'm not doing it.
Definitely.
Like,
and that's kind of why I wanted Josiah to be like this gentleman thief while also having his orcish heritage. And also, I kind of wanted to kind of go away from that, where it's like you have this like his father, this like rich hero who could have had any woman he wanted, and he fell in love with an orc. And so I wanted to kind of definitely go away from like the orcs or like monsters and like
Orc bad
human flesh, and kind of make like orcs in high society a bit more.
See, that's really cool and a really interesting way to play D&D, like taking your race into account. See, Maxim's a human because I wanted the sharpshooter feat.
and that's always I play a lot of variant human because I am a serial meta gamer. Not in like the point where it's like, oh, I should roll this because I have a +9, but it's like I really like reading source books and finding a way to make the most just heinous build possible.
Well, we all have a problem, I think, with min-maxing, and it's literally encouraged in our group. We're like, dump one stat, make another one higher.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I would like to kind of push back from that personally, like, because one thing that's cool that I really recommend y'all check out is there's it's from Call of Cthulhu. Technically, it's not D&D, but it is still fairly accurate. It lays out using strength as a base of like what the real world equivalent of like the D&D stats would be, and I tell you this right now, no one in this room is above an 11th strength.
Oh, definitely.
I would be probably an 8 or 9. Y'all would probably sit at about 10. Like 12 is someone who's like fit. 14 is someone who's strong. 16 is a bodybuilder. 18 is like a world-class bodybuilder, and 20 is a superhuman.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally Hercules.
And that's definitely been something that I've been trying to be kind of more aware of lately, because
we do just play such, like, high-power games, though.
That's also a thing where it's like, it kind of doesn't matter that we're coming out of the gate superhuman, but, like, I have a home game right now where it's like, I'm starting at level 1 with nothing above a 16. It's like, oh, I can't take as many feats as I normally would, but it's like kind of interesting to be like pumping points in with my ability score increases instead of being like, well, I could take the mobile feat and then this would encourage this play style a bit more. I could take like Great Weapon Master and I could like dual wield whatever, and just like kind of taking away the like calculation and just like
being like, what would be cool?
Exactly, and that's kind of definitely what I'm doing with my like home character right now. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I can go on with Stump now. So Stump is actually based on Patrick Bateman, in case you couldn't tell.
I'm a fucking turtle. It's me, the turtle.
I have a shell. So
I like to live in a swamp. Did you know I'm utterly enshelled?
God damn it.
Being genuine though, I feel like it's a bit disingenuous, despite the fact that it's another D&D thing, to not mention Grog.
You kind of have to.
Like, the dumb barbarian thing was around before Grog. Travis Willingham did not invent it. But
he did it pretty damn good.
I'm not going to act like he's not inspired by Grog in some ways. Like, he's a big dumb barbarian. But if we wanted to move more into, like, the pop culture aspects of it, it's not necessarily so much the like any specific character. Stump is just clearly the gentle giant stereotype. And you mix that in with like stuff like Rage, you get someone like, look, I mentioned it before, Stump is me at my most.
Definitely.
Stump is how I feel. I even as a human being, if we want to get into like how we affect our characters, I try to like be kind of just indifferent in most situations and try to be cool until I'm not anymore. And that's about how it goes. But so that's definitely, I don't know, really with Stump, the biggest influence is myself.
I think that's kind of with all of our characters to a point, I think.
Maxim is actually the exception for me in that.
Really?
But continue.
So without getting too deep into like personal stuff, there's obviously the factor of Stump's relationship with Pops is obviously a little complicated, as you can tell. Yeah, I mean, he loves his dad, but, you know, there's their own struggles that you'll get more context on as the campaign moves out. So if I wanted to, like, genuinely nail down who I would, because most of my characters are just straight up rip-offs of other, like, pop culture characters, and I feel like pretty much everyone that plays D&D is guilty of that in some regard. But genuinely the biggest inspiration for Stump is myself, and I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but it's the way it is.
Definitely kind of going more into the inspiration route. Josiah is definitely like me when I was 12 years old, fighting with the homies in the neighborhood with, like, fake swords and shit.
Oh yeah,
like
for
that's
sure.
definitely a big factor of it. It's like and like as it gets more into it, but it's not really like a spoiler. It'll kind of just be a thing. Josiah was definitely like the weird kid who read like fantasy novels constantly, and it's like that was me. Like my bookshelf before I like moved to my current house and got rid of most of my shit. My bookshelf took up like a whole wall. I sold most of my books just because I never read them anymore because depression. But
yeah, I think pretty much there's a lot of things that I could pull from, like, you know, there's stuff you could take into account, like, you know, with Stump's whole thing about not wanting to be seen as like a big scary monster and kind of just wanting to be seen as Stump is very
Shrek.
Shit, okay. Hold that thought. I'll get into that in a second. Is very it's very Hulk with
it also
the rage
like
coming out.
Beast from
Yeah. That is, but it's some dumb as shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, I completely forgot about Shrek. Yes, Stump is inspired by Shrek. If you couldn't tell, in the new season, he chills in his swamp. And I don't know. I really like Shrek, and you know he's just out there looking for his donkey.
So as I was saying earlier, all of my characters, if I were just to name
literally
a few,
me,
are based on some aspect of me. In our Greek game, I play a character named Theragog, whose main problem is
he's batshit insane.
fucking crazy.
Main problem is he doesn't know how to process emotion, and it leads him to bottle things up.
Main problem.
I think his main problem is the evil book taking his mind.
His main problem now is,
but also
evil demons.
No one's gonna know what we're talking about.
Our Greek game is a really interesting study because it's like two characters who are very grounded, like in themselves, and then me and Liam playing just fucking people who need to be locked away.
In our Star Wars game, I play a character named Jet, whose main problem is like trying to let go of things. But I think all of my characters, Victor was crippling anxiety. But I think all of my characters have consistently had a theme of guilt. They all
Wonder where that comes from.
yeah.
You repressing something, boy.
He's talking about the murders again.
Yeah,
exactly.
All those boys he killed.
But all of them have just sort of this through line of kind of like hating who they were or some of the decisions they've made, and sometimes literally decisions they've made in the game. And like now they're trying to get over
several
it.
bombs.
Yes. So I'm playing two characters right now, whose like main thing is just overwhelming guilt. That being my character in our superhero game,
Yes, Stalker,
who is
Billy the Butcher.
Who's Billy the Butcher?
No, Billy the Butcher. Isn't it just Billy Butcher?
It's just Billy Butcher.
Yeah, it's Billy. Butcher.
Shit.
You don't even watch it.
Shit, man.
And then Maxim, who, if you can't tell, his whole thing is that he does not like who he was. I guess one thing me and Maxim can relate to, I just started going to therapy.
Nice.
Up top. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
The two. Wait, hold on. I don't even know. Am I the only one? I feel like Peyton. I feel like you go to therapy. I feel like you like.
I don't
therapy.
go to
Nah,
therapy.
girl, I got problems. I
just got
like
the insurance.
I play
baby.
Overwatch.
I play D&D.
I'm in an
fucking coming.
I'm in an
bitches is
emo
my
band.
therapy.
My career ends if I go to therapy. I stop writing songs if I'm happy with myself.
Yeah. You start going to therapy, and suddenly of age women start being much more attractive.
That's dangerous.
That was not a joke at me. I don't date
No,
young girls.
that is
It's
not a
dig-
joke at
It's
Peyton.
a dig at emo bands because most of my favorite bands
They got
have gotten
issues.
some allegations
Ooh, yeah.
in recent years, and it breaks me.
It sucks growing up where you have to realize that half of your
Bro,
heroes are
Brendan
terrible
Urie,
people.
Man,
I
like,
hate it. I hate it.
I don't even care.
I'm not
like,
going to stop listening
it's
to
not
Death of
even
a
like the
Bachelor, but I'm going to feel
minor
bad about it.
yeah, he got some minor
He's just
allegations.
an ass.
On top of being an ass.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out is such a good album that like changed my life when I first heard it.
Hey, he didn't.
He wrote zero notes on
He
that.
didn't write any.
As
of that
far as
shit,
I know,
so-
Ryan Ross wrote every ounce of that album. So
Yeah.
I can still listen to it and I'm fine.
I don't know.
then-
I was just really sad following the release of the Chuck E. Cheese album to hear about Charles Entertainment Cheese and his rape allegations.
Yeah, that was really hard
Yeah.
for me. Oh,
That one was
speaking
terrible.
of Charles Entertainment Cheese, I have another question.
Didn't they go bankrupt?
I'm pretty sure.
That like just happened,
The
right?
place I'm going to.
Or was that a while ago?
Sorry, I'm moving out relatively soon, like in 2 months, and the place I'm moving to, there's a Chuck E. Cheese right down the street.
Bro, you should
Yeah,
go
hell
every
yeah,
week.
bro.
Okay.
Go work there. Go be
I'll be
Charles
Charles.
Go be
Entertainment
Charles.
I'll
Cheese.
be,
Okay.
I'll be Charles Entertainment
Next
Cheese.
question. If your character was a car, what would they be?
Motherfucker.
Hummer.
Hummer?
Like a fucking
I know. I feel like
down.
I feel like all of your characters are like a 1998 Toyota Yaris, man.
Yeah.
Like every,
Yeah.
every one of your characters
With
is
one
just
of-
fucked.
One of the doors is rusted. There's
Yeah,
tape
big-ass
over one of the
dent.
windows.
No. Stump's no, cause Stump is like one of those like big like trailered up trucks they would bring to like school events that have
Yeah.
all the video games
Yeah.
inside.
Like
It's
a-
like this is a dangerous ass vehicle, but you have a fun time when you're in it.
Josiah
M2
is
Bradley.
certainly like a bright pink Jeep.
Oh yeah.
Bright pink
Like bright
Jeep.
pink Jeep.
Ew.
Give me
That does scream posh.
Yeah.
No, but it's like a big thing. Like Jeeps are like
How's
the
it
like
feel?
man car. And because Josiah is like a big dude, but also he's like does not have the most like traditional masculinity in him. Because I don't know if it shows by the everything about me that I've shown on this podcast. I'm a bit zesty.
Give me one NPC, and I will name what car they are.
Deborah.
Deborah.
Deborah's a smart car, bro.
Deborah's
I was
like
gonna say
I was
Deborah's
like
like
a Soul.
a bright pink bug.
Oh, Deborah's not pink.
Not
Deborah's
pink.
an
Okay, yeah,
inherited
Deborah,
Tesla.
Deborah's car, whatever kind of car Deborah is, it's black or very dark brown.
I'm thinking like burgundy.
No, burgundy's good.
I'm
Burgundy's
thinking like
good.
a burgundy like Miata or something for
A
Deborah.
2000s Chevy Blazer.
Okay.
Your lord.
I say that because I used to drive one.
Okay. Smithium.
Oh, I didn't know you were obnoxious.
Wait, no, we already did you.
I
You're a
didn't
How
Yaris.
loud was that?
Yes,
car?
I'm a Toyota.
You're
Yaris.
We're
beat
all
up,
all
you're a
the time.
junker.
All my characters
The
are
door
Toyota
fell off
Yaris.
the day we sold it.
Nice.
And the AC. Okay, there was one time, so the door had like problems with it, and it was snowing here one time, and I was still in high school, and it snowed, and my door wouldn't close, so I had to drive to school with my window rolled down, my arm gripping the door so that it stays closed, while it's like actively snowing outside, and I couldn't feel my arm whenever I got to school.
Yeah, throw him off the trail.
And I
throw him
have-
off the trail.
I have one final question.
I also have a question for post character question.
My one final question for you as characters. What is one like major like side goal you have? Like if you have a side quest in your quest book already, what is it?
I can start with
Yeah.
Stump. Stump's main goal, like genuinely, it is a side goal for Stump, despite the fact that it should be the main goal. Sorry, not his main goal. Is why is he here? What the fuck happened to him? Because really,
Who am I?
Jarek doesn't know, and I'm under the impression Hunter's gonna like kind of just tell me at some point.
I'll tell you at some point.
Yeah, Stump figures out pretty much everything at the same time Jarek does in this campaign, because that's the route I wanted to go with it. So Stump really, as far as Jarek kind of knows about how he ended up in Mysteria, is he woke up in the swamp and he is now in Mysteria.
To you, Hunter.
What?
Aside from like doing vampire shit, what goals do you think Rowan has right now? Since you now play Rowan.
Come.
Now.
So
I hope the listener
I
knows
need
what that
to-
video is.
I need to like think.
Do you want
of
me to come back to you?
Yeah, come
Smithy,
back
go.
to me. I'm trying to think of one that isn't a spoiler.
Smithy, go.
Maxim B. Ilian's main side goal is scorched earth,
Scorched Earth.
and I will not
You will not
elaborate on
elaborate?
that.
Scorched earth.
I'll give one for Josiah. Josiah has beef with the Commerce Coalition, and he wants to squash that shit.
Liam is making quite the face.
Oh boy!
Well, no, we already know that Maxim was like big homies with the Commerce Coalition guy because he said he could just get us into his house.
Was is the key word there.
Maxim started the fucking Commerce Coalition.
Was my idea.
You can't do this to me.
You know how much I've sacrificed?
The Commerce Coalition got Walter White
And then
from Maxim.
another like general one. Bro, Josiah just wants to be like a fairy tale hero, man. Like he just wants to like save Rapunzel from the tower, like straight up. Like orc in shining half jacket.
Guys, it's time to make the announcement. Stump's main goal is to be a pretty girl,
Nice.
canonically trans.
Okay, Hunter.
You lost
Back
Victor
to
before
you.
he could help you.
Hunter, say the
Uh,
things.
So Rowan wants revenge,
Oh.
but I'm not going to say.
Oh.
Rowan wants revenge.
There's a lot of
what?
no, but as Rowan, formerly, there's a lot of people Rowan could want revenge
Exactly, and
against.
I'm not going to
Respectfully,
specify.
Rowan can gargle my balls.
Bro,
Yeah. Big time.
all he did was make you kill yourself.
There's
That's
multiple
all.
things that can mean. Like
I
one
just
could be
ate one of
Anthony
my
for making him a
patients.
vampire. One could be his uncle.
No,
for
Anthony is like the like.
the king vampire.
Well, Anthony is
But-
like that's like the gut answer. It's like oh, he wants revenge against Anthony. I think it's deeper than that.
It goes so much deeper, but I'm not going to specify.
Exactly, and I don't
Yeah.
want you to because I want to obsess over this for weeks.
There we go.
I would also, just sorry to sidetrack,
There you go.
but I would like to extend the opportunity if you guys want to reach out on Twitter and ask us some
Send us
questions.
questions.
Yeah.
We will answer them. I'm looking at you, Mia. Well, you're our only fan.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one
I love
person
you.
who
The
listens
one
to
person
us.
that listens to us.
Send us as many questions as you want.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
seriously.
Send us-
Honestly, the next episode
throw
of
you
this,
in.
the
We'll
Mio
throw you in.
special.
the next
Yeah.
episode of this could just be a lightning round of all of their questions.
Yeah, so add us on Twitter, DM us on Instagram, any questions you have.
Donate to our Patreon.
If
That
this
Doesn't
That
exist. We
doesn't
don't
exist.
have a Patreon.
Genuinely,
have a-
if this show ever like really goes anywhere, just like that one fan will always be remembered.
Absolutely.
Mio
Yeah, they will.
Mio is gonna be drawn on the art. But-
And if we get enough people to listen, we'll start a Discord and keep it all nice and organized.
yeah, for sure.
No, it'll be everyone will have their own channel and it will be deeply unorganized.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, probably.
It'll be like Q&A with Peyton.
That, the Nightmare channel.
Yeah, the Nightmare
Jarek's
channel.
Goob Zone.
No, I want like Peyton's party house.
I will host
That
the voice
sounds
channel
like something that
where
would go on an
everyone
ABC
masturbates.
documentary.
Peyton's party house. What started off as an innocent house party turned into
Is
something.
that
so
William's
much worse.
wacky
60
cum
minutes.
Yes,
special.
that was the end of
All
my
right,
character questions
let's-
for the day.
I think we should hit some like general like kind of goofy wacky like more about us.
What's your
type
favorite
people.
color?
Probably like a nice pastel pink.
Okay.
Semen.
Exact
my,
color
my
of Peyton's
question
semen in my
question
mouth.
I wanted to posit. Sorry, you guys don't know
that a bit
Peyton
much?
and
I'm
Hunter's
sorry.
favorite colors.
It's lilac purple.
I want.
My favorite color is lilac purple.
You're such a fucking manipulator, bro.
I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you a slur.
Do it.
The answer to the Wordle the other day was lilac, by the way.
Really?
Lilac
I got it
or
on-
lilac.
I got it on my second answer.
Well, I looked it up, so
Gargle my nuts.
Die.
My question I wanted to posit you folks as people is if we lived in a world where it was deemed morally acceptable to raise and eat humans, would you try human?
Yeah.
See, you're posing a weird question here because you're
Dogs will eat dogs.
You're asking me to
taken-
put myself in a mindset where I've grown up believing eating humans is okay.
That's my thing. It's like if you say you wouldn't eat human in a world where we just eat humans, you're a weirdo.
Okay, let's say they come out with a new product.
And it tastes like human.
New
No,
human.
it's
I
human.
can't believe it's not human.
I can't believe it's not. It's human margarine.
It's I can't believe I caught that so right. No, let's say new scenario, you are in your real world and then you
Right
see a
here.
commercial and it's for Dale's homegrown pasteurized humans.
I probably wouldn't, but I wouldn't at first. But like, I feel like if it like got accepted enough, like if I saw it on like Food Network, I'd eat it.
Look, here's my thing. Does big
big
human lobby the government? Because if it does,
Like, am I
here's
gonna
my
see
thing.
Byron eating human
Here's my-
ribs?
I don't like the way cows are treated, but I can't. Me stopping eating steak isn't gonna do anything, which is
Like-
why I'm not a
Like,
vegetarian.
well, I see Byron
I will eat
eat
human.
ribs.
I will eat human if me not eating human doesn't make a difference.
That's the thing.
That's
It's
my
like,
stance.
my question is, it's like I'm on the television. They got government officials eating
Okay.
human burgers on commercials.
Okay.
Then I'll eat people.
Okay, further point to this. It's not like a grilled human steak. You got like some Soylent Green type shit going on. There's
It's Soylent Green.
yeah, there's like
Do we know it's people?
Yeah, you know it's
You're
people.
very well aware you're drinking like human.
You're
shit.
drinking people.
human
yeah.
shakes.
Yeah, are y'all aware of what Soylent Green is?
No, I'm not. No.
Basically, it's a movie. There were all these different like types of Soylent, and it's all anyone ate, and everyone really liked Soylent Green. And at the end of the movie, they find out
Soylent
it's
Green
made of
is
people.
Oh.
But it was really hard to get Soylent Green. But yeah, so if it was just like a human smoothie that tastes like something real yummy.
I think I'd eat it just
For like
to
a
spite
human
you.
If it's
banana
normalized-
smoothie.
Despite me,
Yes,
no, I'd eat
it's
the
the
shit
same.
out of human.
Bro,
If it's normalized, I mean,
like here's the thing. The only thing stopping me from
is it
eating people
normal?
is society.
Yeah, no, genuinely.
I have mad cannibalistic urges, y'all.
I feel like if me and Peyton made a pact where we're like, we'll both cut off one leg and you can like, we can,
eat.
yeah.
Well,
we
you're getting a
can,
bigger deal out of that. I need more than
I'll give you both my legs.
Okay, that's
yeah.
fair. I'm really fat, and
Hey,
Jarek is really not fat.
I don't need them. I'm a little boy. I'm the little gay one. I'm the little twink
baby,
man.
Little twink baby. And then I'm the bear.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
They call me Big Thighs Jones because I'm fat.
I've
They
deep
slap
throated
me
so
and
much
rub
human meat already,
butter.
so this
They rub butter on my titties.
my answer
and-
is the same as it is currently.
The moment we
Yes, I'll
lost
eat some
structure,
meat,
it
bro.
devolved.
I'll eat some human meat.
Okay, I have a softball question for you.
What's up?
All right, if your friend Katie's on third and you're pitching, but you know the hitter's parents are getting divorced, what do you do? Softball question.
I chuck it at Katie's head.
Okay.
Yeah, I strike her ass
I
out.
paralyze her for
I scream,
life.
you're the reason. Your parents are gonna get divorced.
I chuck it at her parents. It ricochets off of one parent onto the next.
And then
They're both dead.
it makes them sign the divorce papers. Like, oh no! Sign.
And then I
What the
fuck
You're the
Katie's.
undersigned.
And then I fuck Katie's dad.
Good. Okay. Another softball question. Hunter said we need to be done at 5, and it's 5.
Well, I mean, like, preferably, we
question,
can
are we
finish up
done?
relatively
Are we done?
soon.
How long have we
done.
recorded?
Bye, guys.
We've recorded
Enough.
55
Oh,
minutes.
Y'all are good. We've
spoiled you
Yeah,
enough.
fuck
We're
off. Get
going.
outta
We're
here.
going.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.